It's time to take action. Balanced life, happy life. A wrap up with more basics. This is section F. The nuts and bolts of building unique in business from A to Z. All right. So this is section F. This is the last in this series. It's a wrap up video and more business basics. So just a quick review. We've got the getting started. We talked about the company. We talked about the product. We talked about the special packs, the wellness home, how you can utilize that. Then we jumped into some business basics about what you need to do to take advantage of this. Then we looked at the Nikin compensation plan, all the ranks and what you have to do to move up there, because that aligns very much with your objective of what you're trying to accomplish. Then we learned how the income is earned by using the Nikin compensation plan. That was followed by the strategies to launch your business, some ideas. There's obviously going to be way more, and based on your circumstances, you'll figure that out with your sponsor. So now we're going to wrap this all up and then take a look at some really key business basics that you need to apply. I think what's really important is to understand that this is going to take time, but understand what time and why the time and what's involved here. In building from the ground up direct to Royal Diamond, the component of each rank is helping others become silvers, golds, platinums, and diamonds. Okay, so that's the component of doing this business. And each of the ranks after silver is made up primarily of people going silver, gold, platinum, and diamond. Therefore, time is based on how long does it take to create a silver. Then this is followed by how many silvers or golds or platinums or diamonds do you need to produce to reach your goal? And this is easy to work out, by the way. And when you have help, like let's say you have 5 or 10 leaders underneath you in your business, then your business can grow by 5 or 10 new leaders every month. And that's the benefit of our style of business. Not what you do specifically, but it's what your group does that helps it grow. And the key for most is understanding that what can happen when you do an activity, and in the beginning, results don't happen immediately all the time. But over time and with persistence and continued effort, results happen. So that's the key to this whole program, is understanding that. Now, to make sure that you really understand how the business works, here's a bit of a potential scale of growth. So 1 + 1 = 2. So you start out, you find one person that really wants to join you and play, and that creates 2 of you. Now the 2 of you go out and each either get 1 or you help 1 get 2. I mean, so 2 goes to 4 quite easily. Then the 4 can grow to 8, the 8 can grow to 16, and so on. Now, it doesn't actually end up exactly like that, but it grows similarly. And the more people you have working on creating the leaders, the silver and above below you, the greater the results that can occur. So as an example, when you have over 200 in your group is going to grow much faster than if you just have a couple of people. And that's essentially how the business works. All right, where to work. One of the most important pieces of information is to understand that your success comes about from helping others get what they want, and your income comes about as a result of what your customers purchase, what your personal group produces, and what your leaders produce. So when you create activity below you, like the picture on the bottom left shows and what you've seen already, it creates volume and it creates strength. And the deeper you take this, in other words, the farther you push it down, the stronger the group becomes. And this applies to all distributors. So the idea here is to work in depth and help build down many generations below you, as shown in the picture. And this is what helps create your ongoing long-term income. And it's one of the biggest benefits of our business and industry. All right. KYC, know your customers. Now, this is very, 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 very important. It's the distributor that creates a customer base. It's a distributor that also finds other distributors. And as you've seen, this goes on and on and on if you push it to do so. Now, in that process, we generate 3 customer types in our business. So the first, obviously, is the retail customer, and you know who they are. They purchase product. But the main one is the distributor, because the distributor is also a customer. And the reason why they're a distributor customer, because they use the products themselves, and then they do the other 2 things, which they find other distributors and they find customers. And they're the key to the growth of your long-term business. And then the third are the wholesale customer. Now, these are the distributors that didn't necessarily want to build the business, but they wanted the best price. And sometimes that's a great option to offer people, that they can get a better price by becoming a wholesale customer, by being a distributor first. They pay a fee to be the distributor, and then they get the better price. And then sometimes they can turn into be distributors down the road. Now, the best customer is the distributor, because besides consuming the product, the distributor finds others to consume and distribute the products. And that's the best way to grow your business and create larger and larger volumes, which in turn creates larger and larger income. So the first part of this business is you learn what to do. And then the second part of the business, which where it grows like no tomorrow, is when you teach others to do the same thing. And that's the real long-term concept that needs to be understood to be successful in this business. All right, know what you're producing. One of the best steps for success is to recognize and understand what you're producing. Now, this is kind of like if you had a business and you were making coffee tables. This is an example of that I use in my book. And your whole business, every person involved in that business, all they're concerned about is making coffee tables. From the account to the receptionist, to the advertiser, to the workers, to the plant foreman, it's because that's all you do is you make coffee tables, and then those coffee tables are sold. Well, that same concept is going to apply to what you do. And there are 2 main activities that you do to get what you want. And the first thing to do is to find and sign up distributors. Distributors find other customers and other distributors. And the second for you is to find customers. Now, customers will remain with you when they're getting benefits and are satisfied. Distributors stay with you when they're getting what they want. 2 clues there of what you've got to work on. So when you're building your business, the most viable and valuable route is when you produce successful distributors in your business. Now, success is a relative term to each individual, but your success depends solely on helping others get what they want. That's what you're producing, successful distributors. Help others get what they want, and you win. Your production board, your roadmap. A picture says 1,000 words. The picture in the bottom left here is an example of an organizational structure. You've seen this before, and it's based on what is required to receive the income set up for the goal. In that particular case, it was the 2,000 in ongoing income. Now, the general idea putting this on your wall in front of you where you work is it acts as a statement of what you're going to accomplish. So you can create any map that you want. You can have a production board that lays out Royal Diamond, 10,000 a month, 20,000 a month. That's up to you to create, but that's a statement. You're putting that statement up on the wall. This is what you're going after. Now, it acts like a check and balance system. So once something is done, you check it off, or you write the done, or you put the person's name in there, or whatever is going on your production board. It also acts as a map. It gives you a guide of what's next. So, you can easily see where there are blank spots, where you need to focus, and who you need to help and who you need to work with. And it also makes playing a lot more fun, because there's a whole lot of satisfaction in putting a name up on the wall and helping somebody reach an intended goal. I mean, that's the fun of this business. It's the journey. And so use it, and you'll see a huge difference in what happens to your business. Your presentation book. Now, again, this is another way a picture says 1,000 words. And whether it is a presentation book or an internet presentation, here's what this is. It's having the information that backs up what you're talking about in another form other than coming out of from you. So this is examples of the business structure. This is an explanation of each rank. Both of those we've already seen. You got pictures of them, so you could put those on a slide. You could copy them, put them in a book. Success stories. You're going to go on events. You're going to hear what people say. It's also on Telegram. Many sources. There's all kinds of video on YouTube. Product information. You saw that in the first video, section A. It's also on, brand night videos. You've got it on Telegram and, of course, in Nikon. And what's most important? Your goal. See, if you have your goal, your plan, and how you're going to get there in writing, then when others identify with you, you can show them what you're doing, and then that'll help them create their plan and reach their objective. And this is how the business works. So create your presentation book or your web-based presentation and see how your business really starts to grow. In summary, in section A, you learned about the company, the product technologies, and the many ways that you can use the products to build your business and how lucrative the opportunity is. In section B, you got some of the business basics on how this all works. Then in section C, you learned about the ranks of the Nikon compensation plan, followed by section D on how to use the plan to make income. And then next in section E, you got some launch strategies and ideas of how you can move forward and make it work. And then some final business basics in section F. From here, you want to review all of these areas, maybe go over these videos several times, and follow this by discussing your plans and your ideas with your sponsor and really understand, what it is you want and what it is you need to do and how you could utilize this to get the job done. So enjoy, and I hope this helps you understand more, and I hope to see you on the Nikon Highway. It's time to take action. That's the end.